So do you remember that time way back when was it? 2 days ago, when we thought the grey market was in trouble because of the new announcement from Rolex with their certified pre-owned program? Well, never mind. Yes guys, this is another video on the situation with Rolex. If you're sick of hearing about Rolex or about this stuff, I get it, I do, I understand. But unfortunately, they're the biggest brand in the world. I have to report on it. It would be weird if I didn't. So, unless you've been living under a rock all week, you probably are well aware that Rolex have entered the secondary market. They have announced their certified pre-owned program where they're going to sell essentially refurbished used watches from their authorized dealers with a whole new bag of goodies, you know, the hang tag and a new pouch and a 2-year warranty. That's kind of crucial. And everybody on YouTube, me included, guilty as charged, jumped on there to say, oh my god, this is going to change everything, what the hell. But as I said in my video, and everybody else did, I think, the devil will be in the details, right? Well, the details, guys, are pretty horrific. The prices. We weren't sure if the prices would be following the grey market prices, but then how could that make sense? Because you're selling a used watch, surely a new watch is worth more than a used watch. Normally that's how it goes, right? The used item is cheaper than the new one. Mind you, some exceptions are wine. You don't want the new wine. You want the older one, because that's usually, it's been aging, so it's usually better. What was that old Steve Martin sketch? Bring us the fresh wine.
Would Monsieur care for another bottle of the Chateau Latour?
Yes, but no more 1966. Let's splurge. Bring us some fresh wine. The freshest you've got this year's. No more of this old stuff.
So there are some exceptions. Art as well. You can buy some new art for a reasonable price. You want yourself a Caravaggio, it's going to cost you a lot more. It would seem that Rolex are perfectly aware of the prices. Of course they are, but you know, it was like they were pretending they weren't aware of the prices of their watches. And the prices coming in from Bukhara are just astronomical. There's the bell of realization, guys. That's what that is. That's symbolism right there. This has been a rude awakening, I think, for everyone. A date just 36 mil. It would probably go for about, I don't know, 9 grand or something like that. On the grey market, it's going for well over 12. By the way, this is all the accoutrement they give you with the certified pre-owned watches. There's your little pouch, little modest box, that lovely new cream wallet for the guarantee, which I quite like actually, and of course the much lusted after, much coveted cream hang tag. All hail that cream hang tag. But the prices get worse than that. Here we have a no date sub 114060 for $19,000.
Come again?
Again, would you repeat that, please?
And it gets even worse than that. How about this Panda Daytona pre-owned for the grand sum of $62,500. So, what does this mean now? Now that we know that there is no real threat to the grey market whatsoever, well, for one, it's a rude awakening, isn't it? these watches do fetch high prices. And even though none of us would ever spend 62.5 on a Panda Daytona, some sucker will. And and someone will pay 19 for that no date sub. So what would the grey market do now? What would I do if I was a grey market dealer right about now? I'd be like, well, screw y'all. You were all hating on us, telling everyone we were the bad guys. Now you really see who the bad guys are. Truthfully. It's also a rude awakening as to how much demand there is for these watches. Like, Rolex is admitting, I have to show you guys this church. Unbelievable, right? Recently restored and for sale at Bucharest. But what they've really done by showing these prices is they've admitted really to the market prices. They've conceded to that phenomena, to what they cost, right? As Adrian Barker said very eloquently yesterday, they have legitimized the grey market because they want just as much, if not more, if not a lot more. All of a sudden, in a matter of 48 hours, the grey market is looking like the bargain.
Jesus fucking Christ.
God, I need a coffee. People were writing to me going, time's up for the grey market dealers. Au revoir. Buy the seller. Bye bye. Things like this. It just gets people so moist. The idea of the grey market dealers having a hard time. People getting so bloody excited. They just want to believe it's true that that's the end of the grey market. I think we can all see after this, it's definitely not. It's about to get worse. If I were a grey market dealer, I'd be pushing my prices up. Yeah, not right where Bucharest and Salvadori and Watches of Switzerland, places like that will be charging. Yeah, cut under by maybe $1,000 or $2 and still come out better than I am right now. I hate predicting the future now, you guys know that. I'm not a superstitious guy. But I know this, that Bucharest asking 62 grand for a Panda Daytona or 19 grand for a no-date sub is not really going to incentivize the grey market to push their prices down now, is it? If anything, they're going to push their prices up. This apparent looming recession, has been pushed back by a year by most publications, the Wall Street Journal and Forbes, etc. And now there are new rumours just hitting now in the past 24 hours that apparently Rolex is going to reduce its production output by somewhere between 10 and 20% in the new year because of high gas prices. Everybody knows gas prices have gone up because of Russia and all its shenanigans. But if this is true, that Rolex are going to make fewer of the pieces that are most in demand, the pieces for which you get the call, quote unquote, and they're going to start populating their windows of the ADs with used watches that are heavily overpriced. I mean, do the math, guys. This isn't looking good. So where do we go from here? Well, guys, this certified pre-owned program actually blew the lid off something that was right in front of us the whole time. A very obvious piece of information that I don't know if a lot of us have really picked up on. The warranty they give you with the watch, they're giving you basically a refurbed watch. They're taking in a used watch, they're giving it their service from the Rolex service center, assumably, and a light polish, bringing it back to basically looking new. And and giving you 2 years. Now, they already have that service in place. When I left in my gold Submariner, it had no box and no papers. It was from 1993. For $700, they gave the movement a service. I paid a little extra for certain parts that they were saying should be upgraded or replaced at least. And I got the 2-year warranty. I got the watch back looking pretty much new. And the 2-year warranty. This is my recommendation to you guys right now, okay? Go onto Chrono24 or go to your local dealer or whatever. Somewhere where you trust. Or if you're on Chrono, look for deals from sellers, like people who have stores who are just advertising their stuff on Chrono. And look for the best deal on whatever watch you want. Let's say it's a no-date sub. It's a very good example. If you're not in a terrible hurry for that watch, if you don't need it for the weekend, for a wedding or something like that, and you don't mind waiting a little time, this is what you do. Find the best deal you can. Look for the no-date sub with no box and papers. Box doesn't matter anyway, you can get one on eBay. The papers are the important part. If you find one without papers and a little scratched up, you'll get it at a really good deal. The scratches are no problem. I mean, sometimes a scratched up watch is a good sign because it means it probably hasn't been polished. So a watch with scratches on it can often be better than one with 0 scratches, because 0 scratches might mean it's been polished once or twice. You can be the first one to polish it. So get that watch, have it delivered, and then go to your local authorized dealer, be it Bucher, Watches of Switzerland, Salvadori, whomever represents Rolex officially, and hand it in for a service. It'll take a week for a quote, so they'll come back to you saying, well, you know, it's $700 for the movement and the light polish and so on. And if there's anything else, like if it needs a new crown or whatever, they'll let you know and the price. All told, you're going to probably spend between $700 and $1,200, $1,300. It'll take them about 6 to 8 weeks to come back to you with the watch. But when you get it back, first of all, it'll look new, because these are the greatest technicians in the world and they have all the best gear to do this stuff. And it's them, it's official Rolex. Second of all, it'll be working as new because of the movements and so on. It's been overhauled. You'll get it in a green pouch, the Rolex green pouch. You'll get a little booklet, and you'll get a warranty card with 2 years of warranty. The same as what you'll get from the pre-owned program. That's my advice to you right now. For the longest time, the watches without the papers were the least enticing, right? Because, you know, you want the papers because it adds value to it and so on. It also means it's an extra guarantee that the watch hasn't been stolen, etc., etc. With this announcement this week that happened, it's kind of bringing to light that maybe the watches without the papers are the good deal. Especially when we see what Rolex themselves, and their authorized dealers in particular, are willing to ask you for one with papers. But anyway, to surmise, it has done exactly what Adrian Barker said, and that is they've legitimized the grey market. They give the biggest gift to the grey market possible this week. And I assume behind closed doors, grey market sellers are cracking open a bottle of champers. I would be too. This whole thing has been a rude awakening, I think, and a lesson. These watches are really expensive in the first place, even if you're lucky enough to get them at retail, to get the famous call, quote unquote. Anyway, guys, that is it. I promise to move off of this subject now, but I have to talk about it. I have to report on it. It'd be weird if I didn't. And for anybody who wants an update on the Britney Spears situation I spoke about last week, about an hour after I put out the video, the watch miraculously reappeared in a short. Fascinating. And then the following morning, Peter from Nomadic Watches miraculously got a phone call back, finally, after so many months. Praise the Lord, it's a miracle. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you all again soon.